How to choose the best web hosting service for your site. When you want to build a website, choosing a web hosting service is one of the most important decisions you can make. Choosing one of the best web hosting services is just as important as choosing one of the best website builders. Your chosen host is not only responsible for keeping your site online, but also for giving you the freedom to change and grow your site over time. Choosing a web host that works well for your site can be very rewarding, but choosing the wrong host can be very bad for your business. If a host can't meet the needs of your site, you might have to start over and waste more time and money. So, the best way to choose a web hosting service is to know what to look for. Here, we talk about 7 important things you should think about when looking for a host for your website. 1. What kind of hosting is provided? Most hosting companies offer more than one kind of service. Shared hosting can be a low-cost option for a new website that doesn't get a lot of traffic. But if you need more bandwidth or more computing power to run software on your website, you should look into VPS, in brackets opens in new tab, and cloud hosting, in brackets opens in new tab. You should also think about whether they offer managed hosting or not. With managed hosting, your hosting provider takes care of things like security and software updates. This could be a good choice for webmasters who are just starting out. Even more important, looking for a host service that makes it easy to switch between its different levels of service. If, for example, your website gets a lot of traffic because of a viral marketing campaign, you need to be able to upgrade your hosting plan without having to take it down. 2. Support. Support that is quick to respond is one of the most important things a hosting service can offer. You want to be able to talk to someone who can help as soon as possible if your website goes down or if it's being attacked by hackers. Every minute that your website is down, you could be losing visitors and sales. With this in mind, make sure to find out what kinds of support a potential host has. Many have a phone, live chat, and email support available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Others only have 1 or 2 ways to contact them. Before you sign up, try calling the support line to see how knowledgeable and helpful the customer service team is. 3. Features. Look at how your data will be stored to start comparing features. Many low-cost service providers use hard disk drives, which are cheap but often break down. More and more hosts are switching to solid-state disks, which are much more reliable and can speed up your website because they can move data around faster. You should also check to see if your hosting plan includes automatic backups. Having backups of all your content and static pages is a must if you want to get your website back up and running quickly after your server goes down or someone hacks it. You should also think about the software that your host gives you. Many hosts let you use the cPanel hosting panel software to manage your site, but others have their own control panels that may or may not have the same features. Also, look for, in quotes, one-click installers that will help you get your website up and running faster. 4. Where the servers are. The closer your visitors are to the servers of your host, the faster your pages will load for them. So, it's a good idea to find out where your host's data centers are and if you can choose between multiple server locations. Some hosts, like Green Greeks, also give you the option of hosting your website in an eco-friendly data center. If you have visitors from all over the world, you might also want to find a host that gives you access to a content delivery network, in brackets CDN, like a Cloudflare. A content delivery network, in brackets CDN, stores a cached copy of your site on servers all over the world so that visitors from anywhere can load pages quickly. 5. Areas where they are experts. Hosting companies are generalists by nature, but some companies focus on one type of hosting over others. For example, some hosts focus most of their infrastructure on managed WordPress hosting, which can make sense if you want to use WordPress as your content management system. Other hosting companies focus on cloud hosting, which gives you more freedom to increase or decrease your hosting resources. Think carefully about what you need, and then check to see if there is a hosting company that can meet those needs. 6. Security. Due to the rise in cyber attacks, website security is more important than ever. If your website is hacked, both the computer and the computers of your visitors could be affected. Worse, you could be held responsible for damage caused by your website, even if it was hacked. It's also important to know that Google and other search engines can mark your website as spam if it has the same IP address as a website that has been hacked or is full of spam. Even if your website isn't directly affected by a security breach, choosing a host that doesn't take security seriously could hurt your traffic. So, it's important to look closely at the security features that different web hosts offer. Some hosts keep a close eye on their data centers and monitor performance and threats around the clock to keep your website safe. Others are much less strict and leave it up to you to decide who can access your website. 7. Online price and general feedback. Once you've picked a few possible hosts, you'll want to compare their prices. Depending on how much money you have, the price may be more or less important in your final decision than other factors. This is also a good time to check out what other webmasters who have used these hosts have to say about them online. Reading about how other people have used a hosting service can help you decide if it's as good as it seems on paper.